winning the toss once again. What would you like to do first?
We are going to bat first.
And what sort of a total are you trying to set up here?
120 plus.
Any changes to your side?
Yeah, she's rain out, grass coming.
All right, thank you very much. My way, losing the toss, you've been sent in to bowl first. If you had won the toss, what would you like to do?
There is nothing changed. We would like to bowl first.
And trying to restrict them to what kind of a total?
90.
All right. Any changes to your side?
No.
All right, thank you very much. That's the report from out here in the middle. Indatua Hampshire winning the toss and electing to bat first.
Right, good afternoon. Welcome back to the afternoon game, the second one and the last of this RCA T20 Women's League. Indatua Hampshire taking on Gahanga Queens in Reti Shimwe, Giselle Shimwe, Justine, Ingabire Sifa, Tumkunde, Marie Joseph, Muhoi Nimana, Immaculate, Mugwaneza Grace, Irakoze Flora, Tuizere, Cynthia, Uifiti Nema Lillian, and Uizi Imana Devota. That is the Hampshire. Then Gahanga Queens full squad, the captain Merve Uwase, Belis Mrekatete, Clarice Umtoni Uwase, Cynthia Uwera, Giovanni Uwase, Shakira Nyumhoza, Ruth Uimana, Diane Umhoza, Waisaba Clementine, who is a Colombian, Zurfat Uwase. That is the Gahanga Queens squad that is taking on. It is a must-win game for Gahanga Queens if they want to finish this RCA Women's T20 League at number 2. And Charity, on the other hand, are watching this game closely. Whatever happens here, if Gahanga Queens wins, then it goes down to the net run rate. If Gahanga Queens loses, then it's going to be Indatua Hampshire at the top and Charity at number 2. It's lovely sunshine here. The sun is out. No threat of rain here. So we are looking forward to have a good game here. And I'm not alone here. I've got my 2 partners here. Irera Rosin and Zaid Khan will be joining us shortly. There is Giselle Shimwe, 76 games, 74 innings, 1,956 runs. The highest of 119, a good average of 32.07. Lovely 10 50s and a couple of centuries there. First ball, Belisa Mekanete. First ball, ball there in. We have never seen such a good performance from the beginning. Belis Murekatete and then Giselle Shimo with speed. And look at that ball, Irera Rosin. There is the main batter. We have been talking about 10 50s here. First ball, golden duck today. Rosin, look at that.
What a line there was there in swing on that ball. Very well delivered from Belize. First ball, first wicket. What amazing game here today between Gahanga Queens and Hampshire in that one. From there, Atindela, now Lillian, the youngster of the team, now comes in after this fire of bowler. Belize Mrekatete, one of the quickest bowler in this country, trying to get of her all the best bowler today, taking his team to this win, because also they must win, Leonard. You have said it earlier.
Definitely. We were just having a chat here just during the lunch break. I said in a joking way that first ball, first over, first wicket. Now, if I have to go to betting with you, Zaid Khan, you get broke. Because I've said it and it happened. Belis Murekatete starting off very well. They look at that ball, the shape they jagged in. I think the way it moved in, that seam across facing fine leg. Giselle was expecting the ball. Sometimes Belis always bowls the ball that goes away. But today, she started with that. Maybe we have to ask her later on. Maybe she did put in some off-cutter into that ball. There is Ufitinema Lillian, 19 matches, 7 innings, 19 runs. 8 is the highest yet to put coming in when Belis Murekatete is dismissed. One of the best batters in this tournament, Giselle Ishimwe, comes off. So the biggest question is now, normally you would see Henriette Ishimwe walking in at number 3. Now they've lost a wicket in the first over of the first ball. Now they've sent in Lillian to come in and bet. What number is Ishimwe going to come in to bet? That is the plan. And what approach are they going to be using if it was You now, Rosin, starts off with a wide there again. Just a hand from the keeper, Merve Owase. So if it was you, Rosin, now you are. Let me put you in the Gahanga Queens. Captain Merve Owase. Now, yes, you have taken one of the biggest wicket for yourself and one of the dangerous, destructive batters in the league. What approach now going forward are you going to be using here now, knowing that you still have got some other batters to come? But Giselle is one of the most important wickets that you should also be hunting for. That has happened. So how do you carry on forward now in terms of your bowling?
Definitely, you have seen it a couple of days and couple of the times when Giselle is with Ishimwe, that is the time they accelerate more. But if they are not there, good shot, they are touching the ball, use of the pace. First line taken quickly. Now Cynthia for you, not much power, just little connection, then get one easily. I've been saying that if Giselle is together with Ishimwe, that is the time all the fielding team goes down. But today they managed to take Giselle earlier. If they are using their mind very well, they can attack all these batters, because we have seen Cynthia and Lillian, none of them who can guide each other. But if they manage to stay there, they will give Ishimwe freedom of playing her shot. But if they take them earlier, Henriette will change the gear, then he play the game that is not there.
Cynthia Twizere is not known for getting those boundaries as easy. Now, if it was Merve or someone else, I think I would rather keep these two for a long period of time. Don't worry about dismissing them. Just make sure that you bowl as much dot balls to them as possible. You understand? So that's what you just need to be doing. Once you do this, when Ishimwe comes in with a few overs left now, that will be too late for them to capitalize. So if I'm one of these Gahanga Queens players here, I would rather keep Lillian and Tuesday for longer, round about over number 10. Then from there we start looking for the wickets.
Very good bowling there by Muleka Tete Belize, looking well on this day, but also the Liz. Also another extras land too wide in her over, not so good, but he managed to take a first big wicket off in that one Hampshire. But she also need to be well and disciplined today, because these extras can cost you at the end of the day. Good shot by youngster, miscommunication layer, not so ever. Merve Owase, this is the wicket keeper of Gahanga Queens, and also she's the captain, one who is always pushing her players. Very nice to see the competition among these teams. Now Lillian is very good to play this pace, because she's not using a lot of power, just connection. That is how the pace bowler played. Good shot there, miss first boundary of the game today, taken by a little young one, Lillian, just touching on the ball. Wicketkeeper not managed well to take that catch, and by giving them boundary, that was Leonard, a commitment catch. Look for it.
I don't know what Merve was doing there. Just one or two steps towards that line of the ball. She would have taken that ball. These are the balls that, the edges that as a wicket keeper you should be taking. So a bit sloppy there from Merve Owase. That is not good keeping, to be honest. I'm telling you, that could have been wicket number 2 for a team. End of over number 1 here. 8 for the loss of 1. Comes into ball from the airport end is Giovannis Owase.
And what I'm seeing here, if I am in a part of Gahanga Queens, I can blink spinner, because these two batters need to use the power of bowlers. That can be easy to them. Even they didn't put the fielders in their favorite shot. There is no one who can catch that. But if there was a slip, maybe it have been caught. But not knowing what is needed at the moment costed them. But now Giovanni Uwase from there, Wamagana Fall of Chigari comes on the attack. Bowling to Cynthia Tuyizel, one of our opener who likely pray. Big appeal there. Finger laid up. Another wicket falls. Now the lane is stopped. It is now starting lane in the Hampshire team. What amazing bowling from Gahanga Queens. The first ball is more dangerous to them. You have to be aware of that and control it very well. Very well bowled again. Check on it.
First ball again there of Giovanni Uwase. LBW, lovely. That well in plumb in front. Good decision there by umpire Gaston Yibizi. You can see that little leg cut again from Giovanni. Two openers for Gahanga Queens striking off the first ball of their over. That shows some quality. They walks in Ingabire Sifa. Still, we are yet to find the captain coming in. They've got a plan here. They don't want to bring here as early as possible. But in as much as you can try to hide the captain longer, but every wicket that you lose, that is pressure. So which means whichever number or the time she's going to come in here, there's going to be pressure because of wickets. You understand? So I don't know if that strategy is going to work, but if it was good enough to get here to come in, you have more time to bet, put some runs on the board rather than coming in when it's too late. So I don't know what plan in that Hampshire is employing. Yes, they know they've won the league, obviously, so they're just trying to come up with different plans and strategies, but it is something that they just need to keep on fighting for. As Giovanni comes, second ball again. Sifa Ingabire. There was a chance of a run out there, Lillian wanting to take the single, but immediately being sent back by Sifa Ingabire.
That is a very good game to see here at Gahanga Cricket International Stadium. Nice bowling from Gahanga Queens.
Another good ball there. 4 dots so far being bowled here by Giovanni Uwase. Gahanga Queens, they know how important it is for this game, so it's all about maintaining that momentum that they've gained so far in these 2 overs. Run out chance there. Direct hit. That's a miss. If she had manages to dislodge those stumps there, I think Ingabire Sifa was going to be in trouble there. Lovely piece of fielding from Nyomo Hoza Shakira in the covers. Only 1 run coming off that.
Good shot there again. What a show by that youngster, Lillian. Just step on the ball. Very nice to see her playing this shot. Clearly one, not just touching the ball. Just step on it. Very good looking shot here by that youngster. Impressive one to see playing.
There you go again. 12 points up top there. They've won. Charity on 10, just keeping their fingers crossed that Gahanga Queens lose this one. Because if Gahanga Queens with a healthy run rate there, because as you look at it now, Gahanga Queens net run rate is much healthier than Charity. So they are just keeping their fingers crossed that in that way Hampshire manages to win this game. They are currently on 10 for the loss of 2 wickets inside 2 overs gone here. We are into the 3rd over again. Mureka Tete comes in to bowl. It's going to be interesting now with that outside edge, Rosine. I think Merve Uwase and Belize could have discussed and put a slip in place there. Good positive intent there from Lillian, the way she's playing, the way she's going about her betting. This is what you'd love to see from a 14-year-old playing in this league, facing one of, not even scared about what's happening there. She knows the job that's lying ahead there. So this is something that is good to see youngsters like that standing brave, being positive in playing those kinds of shots with that brave attitude.
Very well bowled again. Swing and miss there. Lillian not knowing where the ball pitches. Lovely bowling from Belize. If she manages to not bowling any other wide that over, maybe it's going to be looking very well like Giovanni's is over. What a miss there. Maybe the stamp is moving now at time, but that is how the batter being lucky. But very well bowled again from Belize Mrekatete. Now it's a 3 dots ball, not even so land. Very nice bowling from her. He can keep this line. That is very nice to see. But also, the day is still on. Only 2 overs gone.
Being beaten by pace there, Lillian. The experience now is taking over from Rekatete Belize. I'll be much interested if Belize bowls a bit more straighter on the stumps. They're trying to ask questions on the stump and see what answers is Ofitinema and going to come up with here. Because anything that is passing that outside off stump on that 6-7 stump, she doesn't have time to play that ball. So we need to see anything that comes straight on stump, attacking that off stump a lot of the times, then enticing it to go for that drive. Maybe you can get that outside edge or that ball that she's looking for. She backs away. These are not good scenes here. You know how hateful it is for seamers now after running those 20-30 yards, then the batter walks off. Then you ask the question, why did you walk off? Was this doesn't seem like there's anyone who's walking in front of the side screen there. I don't know if it's just a mind game that Lillian is trying to play here, because you can hear even the dugout, they started clapping for her, shouting and encouraging her to keep on doing that.
That is not good for the seamers. You can do it for the spinners because they are coming in 2 or 3 steps. But check how long she's coming from. Very good bowling again. Another. She's now want to go off the strike, but Bailey's trying to change the pace. Very nice to see her thinking. That is a good delivery from her. Only 1 ball remain. 5 dots ball in the low. Very well bowled again, Belize Mrekatete.
Last ball coming in. Can it be the first maiden for the day and for the game? You just wait to find out in this particular delivery. Beaten again by pace. First maiden of the day here between the 2 games. Belize Mrekatete showing the experience she possesses now. It's up to Giovanni who was there in that Hampshire dugout, sitting up there. Tumkunde Marie Joseph with the pads on, and the captain sitting up there, waiting for their turn to come in. There you see Mrekatete bowling Belize. Giselle Shimo at the top. Twizer again. Nothing much to talk about there in terms of runs. Only Lillian 5 runs off 11 deliveries, and Sifa Ingabire 1 of 4. And this is what you would love to see if you are a Gahanga Queens bowler or a captain now, having figures like that from these batters. Again, if you keep on containing this kind of betting for these batters for the next 4-5 overs, you would have won the game there. So that even when Tumkunde comes in or Henriette comes in, they are going to be coming in wanting to go big, and that is where you're going to start taking wickets now.
Yes, you are right, Leonard. That is the time to take chances, because very well bowled again. Melve, they are doing a great job, but too late. Sifa, we know her. She's always moving. If Melve does that couple of the time, that will be another chance created. Good bowling. There is another movement from Giovanni Swase, nicely to see, and very well deliverance from her.
Another good ball there from Owase Giovannis. 2 dots so far. Yes, for now, for this point of time here, don't get worried about taking wickets. It's not like Sifa Ingabire or Uftimena Linen are doing something special here. So you'd love to keep dotting them for as long as you can. So this is something that they should do for the next 3 or 4 overs here, Rosine, to make sure that they bowl as many dot balls as they can. Yeah, like that, each and every delivery that they bowl, making sure that they do that. That's how you're going to appear applying pressure on in that Hampshire batters here. So if they want to chase, the only score that they can manage to chase here is say anything that is less than 90 or anything that is less than 100. That can be easy for Gahanga Queens to chase if you have to compare again the bowling that in that Hampshire possesses. So this is actually good so far for them. Again, first single, eyes off the ball there from Clarice Umtoniwase. That should have been a run out there. Taking the eyes off the ball. Oh, Giovanni Uwase is not happy with that at all. If she had taken that ball with a clean pick, I'm telling you that was going to be a run out there for Lillian on the other end, or Sifa Ingabire.
And that is the time the concentration comes in, because there was no one who hit the ball to the Clarice. Maybe he has a concentration. But by now, Sifa much take on the ball. Very nice learning between wickets among two these batters, Sifa and Lillian. Now they start rotating. That also can bring pressure to Gahanga Queens if they don't manage to come back very quickly and go to their habit they have used before.
Good shot there from Lillian, but could not carry to the boundary. But I'm loving the way she's betting here. That is good, positive intent betting. You keep betting like that, you can see the team going in forward. You can see the applaud there. So these are the shots that you'd want to see coming in. End of over, number 4. 13 for the loss of 2 here in Tatwa Hampshire. Betting in here, 4 overs gone. But Gahanga Queens wouldn't mind this year, I'm telling you, Rosine. Yes, they are looking to be good shows. I think this is one of the biggest over that in that Hampshire has managed to get off 5 runs here. Other than this, there's no other over that has gone above this. The first one, it went for 8, but with a wicket in it again. So it's something that will not worry Gahanga Queens as long as these guys are not scoring at that rate again. They just need to make sure that they contain these 2 batters here. So it's going to be interesting again to see how Merve Owase is going to go about her bowling options. Again, we've talked about her maybe using spinners against these other bowlers. But as we see now, I think they have handed the ball to Colombe to coming into bowl. So she has got Cynthia Owera. She has got Zurufat Owase. There's Ruth Uimian. Again, those are 3 spinners that she has got the options to use. So if it was me, I would think I would have opted for one of those spinners, then make sure that they bowl and take the breaks off this and apply more slowing rate to these 2 batters.
That's very well said, because you have seen Lillian not use of feet, just he wait for someone who come into her leg, then he goes. But I don't think there was any spinner who can give you that ball unless he missed line. She missed line, I beg her pardon. But the captain decided to give Crombe the ball. Let's see how best she is and how is she going to go through these lines.
Good start there from Wize Colombe, starting off with a dot. She follows it up with another dot delivery as well. Ngabire Sifa, 4 runs of 10 deliveries. Ufiti Nema Lillian, 7 of 12 deliveries here. Like I said earlier on, I would love to keep these 2 batters in for as long as possible. goes up an area down to the leg side. With these conditions here, running between the wickets is going to be very, very crucial here. You're going to be running in quick between the wickets because the ball is not going to carry on the ground all the way to the boundary because of the wet conditions and the wet surface that we have been experiencing. So they have to run in between the wickets a bit more and pick those gaps, place the ball very well. And that is going to help them out because naturally these two batters, none of them is able to hit the ball to the boundary except for that edge that came off Belize's space.
Another good bowling there by Crombe. Sifa is the one who is striking the ball. But this moment, because of a little pace, now he had to strike the ball because we have seen them using the pace of Giovanni's and Belize. There, that is the time they managed to take a quick lands and a boundary. But now the only option they have is about a ball comes on the leg side, then they try to go for it because the Sifa she's only like that ball. Another good delivery layer. Very well bowled from Crombe. Now Melve crapping for her. Keep saying them what that can construct the team until they get this second position, because if we are seeing very well, also the charity players, they are around watching how in that way is going to give them a chance or not.
End of over number 5, 17 for the loss of 2. Lovely piece of bowling there from the Gahanga Queens. Simmers up front. Lovely to see again the bowling changes coming. Ruth Uimana comes in, left arm spin from the airport end. From the airport end comes in to bowl. This is what you'd want to see, just them mixing up the bowlers like this. We've talked about spin coming in, taking the pace off the ball. This is exactly what Gahanga Queens have managed to do, because none of these two batters has got power to hit the ball to the boundary. So taking pace off the ball seems to be a good option. Good start here again from Uimana Ruth, bowling to a fellow under-19 player. They know each other very well. They've been spending a lot of time practicing together in the nets. Now they are playing against each other in different teams.
Let's see who is going to challenge another. Catch dropped. What amazing. That was a missed chance there by bowler herself. That chance cannot be back again. The chance comes at once, but she opted to leave it. Maybe I was even saying who is going to win the battle. But now Lillian is ahead of her. Let's see. Now the pressure blowed wide.
Yeah, that catch could have taken easily. You're a spinner yourself. You know, return catches when they come as easy as that. That is the moment that you cash in and take advantage. So lovely to see. Again, goes big, stump. There is the finger goes up. Lovely piece of gloves work there behind the stump from Uwasemerve. And you see the flight that Ruth has been bowling to, enticing Lillian to come for that drive forward. We see the previous ball getting dropped, followed up by a wide. But see this one now driving and drawing it forward to come for that drive. And then once she does that, she drags the foot out of the crease. And Merve Uwase manages to do the finishing job there.
A little bit fright. Lillian tries to go big for it by not knowing where the keeper is already. She stamped her. Very lovely keeping from Uwasemerve. Now Ilakoze Frola comes in by This is also the time they need Flora to maintain the standard by staying on the wicket. But is she capable of doing that? Let's see. Now she managed to play 38 matches inning.
Into the 6th over here. 18 runs on board, 3 wickets down. In that were Hampshire. Seem to be in a bit of a worry here. Projected score showing just 65. Not something that goes with the likings of, once again opportunity just goes half a chance there to Ruth. What an over she's bowling so far. Just 1 run coming off that extra. Otherwise, she's picked up a wicket and kept it extremely tight. Flighted delivery once again, played on the ground. Nowhere to go. Interesting, we haven't seen Ishimwe Henriette coming in. What must be going through the minds of the dugout here? Is she holding herself back? Skipper full of surprises, holding herself back, allowing the youngsters to go and show themselves in this final game of the tournament. They know regardless of the results, they will remain at the top. So they have that luxury of experimenting.
Maybe they are just trying to get to create a loom of giving her freedom to play her game, but each and every wicket counts and can also affect the team that is losing the wicket. If I am her, I could have been there for my only praise. If I am a number 3, if the wicket goes, I can come on that time and prove the players and fans I'm the one who can play it very well. Now also Cromb comes in. Another run-out chance, but the fielders, they are casual. They are not so ever taking it very quickly. But I can advise them. This is the 2 batters that can manage to take quick singles. And also you have seen Flora a lot of time getting out by the run-out. If they manage it well, they can get her also.
Very, very well said there. Rakosa Flora has faced 3 deliveries so far, yet to open her account. Lots of these players part of the national side. They've been training together, they've been working out together. Low full toss and an opportunity once again. Down on the ground. Rosine, what I wanted to ask you is how much of a training session is this game for the national team players playing this league, and how does it help them get ready for the upcoming tournament in Uganda?
So as usual, you know that if you train hard, you play easily, because what matter most is what you are training. Is it right or wrong? But because we are doing a light thing, I think it will be helpful to us and very easy to play that upcoming tournament, and it will be very impressive to see, because there is a lot of teams that have been prepared very well. Maybe others, they are playing leagues, but to us it's only our domestic league we are playing, and we are very sure that can be a very productive than them.
Yes, it just helps you settle in and you don't find any sort of uneven surprises. Your body works and responds to your command at will. Wide there by Uize. She's into her 2nd over here. Has given away 3 singles so far. Irakoze Flora has 1 run on board now after 4 deliveries. They need to get these runs as quickly as possible. The singles and doubles really matter, as we saw from the first game here at Gahanga. Today being the final day and this being the final game. Will that reach the boundary? No. 2 fielders hunting in pairs over there. Extremely slow at the moment. Just 22. And we're into the 7th over here. Something very unlikely of Team Indatwa. Speaking of unlikeliness, seeing the first wicket off the first ball. How rare is that? And just nipped back in. What a gem of a delivery. What a Jaffa. Just came in sharply. Didn't expect that. But the ball is really moving today. We saw it early on in the previous game. The captain picked up 6 wickets. The movement, as we call him, banana swings, left the batters clueless. They pick up yet another single comfortably. Good effort there by the fielder, Cynthia. We come to the end of the 7th over, 26 for the loss of 3 wickets, Team Indatwa.
What a good structure looking for Gahanga Queens' side. That is showing how quality bowlers they have, and that is very nice to see. But now, not good, not sounding very well in the Hampshire side, but we know they can back themselves by bowling, but it doesn't happen always.
From the looks of the graph there, you can see 29 dots and just 6 extras. That means on that scale, Team Gahanga Queens is leading that battle. Just 6 extras being provided and 3 wickets being collected. There's lots of worry for Team Indatwa and their coach, Eric Hirwa, in the dugout, watching the game ever so keenly. Ruth once again into the attack. Flighted outside off stump. Has been driven on the ground through extra cover. Managed to just rotate the strike there. As long as they can keep it on the ground and pick up those singles and doubles and keep the scoreboard ticking, the big shots can come in eventually and also frustrate the fielders.
Another line-out chance, but there is a casual fielding there. Cynthia not being quickest. She need to be alert on that field press, because we know there's someone who field in a cover. That is the one who is sharp, who can throw quickly and pick the ball at once. But now she tries to get the ball and try to go in the position of throwing it, but the striker also get into the line. Another wide there by youngster Luth.
But you could see that on that occasion, even Ruth herself collecting that ball looked very lazy. Yes, the fielding was lazy, but the bowler herself, to pick a wicket, to complete that run out, she needed to. Once again, you see that attempt of trying to hit the ball down the leg. It is a free run. Why would you not allow an extra to be coming your way? Let me ask you this, Rosine. You've been a batter yourself. You've played this game. You've played with these individuals. What kind of a batter are you? Are you the type of batter that allows the extras to come to you, or do you chase those extras down?
Definitely, because I don't have much power to smash it. Maybe I can pray it and then I get nothing. I allow them to come.
So it's always better to leave a wide. A wide is a free run. Why would you put in the work to spoil that freebie?
And then most of the time, the prayers who want to pray that ball, they get out with it. Just praying a long shot, being, having a like they want to pray a quickest game and then they lash, praying the shot that are not there. Then they get themselves out in a silly way. I can say like that.
Speaking of gambling, Ngabire there on 9 of 20 deliveries. How big of a gamble is that? In that Hampshire, you can see this 7th over and the first over being the highest of the lot. No run coming through in the third over. What an over that was. A maiden in T20 is like fetching gold or diamond. Really, really nice figures for Cynthia there. Coming in from the pavilion end. Ruth there with remarkable figures. Only 6 runs she's given away in her 2 overs and has picked up a wicket. Really having a firm grip upon the opponents. Look at the strike rate there. Projected score mentioned 78. Played with soft hands, nowhere to go. A dotted delivery it is. Cynthia here has started off really well. Once again, just chipped onto the leg side. And they pick up a single, a very sneaky single there between Irakoze and Ngabire. But they need to do much more. This won't be enough. Once again, bowling in the right channel, in the right line, outside off stump there. Just keeping the batters guessing whether should they play it on the front foot or play it late on to the back foot.
That is the end of 9th over. 33 on the board, 3 wicket down. By now, the projected score is a 73. There is a trophy there. Who is going to be number 2? Because the number 1 is known on Hampshire in that one. But now, Charity and Queens standing on their knees.
You can see the trophies there. That's what they're all here for. That's what they've played for all these weeks. Of course, the biggest trophy going to the leaders in that Hampshire, despite not looking in the right form at the moment. You can see them on the table, ready to celebrate, ready to take the biggest trophy as the champions of RCA T20 Women's League. But this game is a decider that will let us know who's number 2. It's very unlikely to remember the value of number 2. On most occasions, you tend to know who was the first one, who was the winner, who was the champion. But not in this game itself, as we know who's the first one. But we're interested to know who will be number 2. Lovely looking shot. Beautiful hands through the shot there. They're trying to pick up a double, but the pickup looked like it should have been a comfortable 2, but they pick up just 1 there.
Now Zulfati is the one who is bowling, the impressive player to see. She has a different style bowling just to attract the fans and make them funny. Very well bowled again. 2 dots in her 3 balls, only 1 run given away. Very well bowled again. Zulfati, well disciplined today. Another good ball there. Now the dots keep coming. That is very nice too. Gahanga Queens. None of these 2 batters who is knowing that because they are not giving them getting the wicket, and maybe they are thinking it's good, we are ahead of them, but also the overs are moving. By this time, 10 overs done, 34 on the board, 3 wicket down. Captain herself in the dugout trying to shout the dots. It's too many. You can try to get singles and doubles to keep the ball ticking, but the only decider of that, it's 2 batters who are on the pitch, Frola and Sifa.
Down the halfway mark. .34 on board. The loss of 3 wickets. And Cynthia here continuing her second over. She's just consumed only 3 runs so far. Keeping it really neat and tidy. Keeping it on the ground. Nowhere to go once again. At the moment, the Hunger Queens have really strangled this Indatwa side. Yes, you might be leading the table, but you've got to finish it on a positive note here. Indatwa Hampshire just experimenting to the extreme there.
Misfield there by Giovanni's giving away 1 run, but there was a good bowling and good shot there played by Ingavile Sifa, but the fielder now chased it away by letting the 1 run go. Now Cynthia get disappointed with it, and that's how the bowlers feel the pain. Jan chasing the ball, trying to go for 2. Not so.
15 overs, 15 less in that one ball.
Very well bowled there. That is the good line from Cynthia. Someone who break an off stump. That is the line to pitch the ball. Because most of the batters, they expect it to come in the wide line, but because there is a 10 behind, it come on the light line. Now 11 overs done, 38 on the board, 3 wickets. Cynthia finished her second over. Ngabile Sifa 13 of 28. Ilakoze 8 of 20. What a structure here. The bowling attack is very tight today to Gahanga Queens.
Yeah. Take Giselle out. Done.
But the moment Shimi and Giselle are on the pitch, they accelerate more.
We can quickly.
Even if they play 2 overs. Another misconnection there by Frola. 2 lands on the call. Miscommunication there. Now it's only 1 land taken. There was 2 if they managed to communicate very well and take it very quickly. But now the pressure, that is how it kills all the sides. Another good wicket there for her trying to use her feet, but unfortunately she doesn't find the ball. Now, that was not real time to go across. When she managed to go straight with that ball, it should have been gone out, but the long shot there and shot selection was not there. Now, the captain herself comes in to do what was not done by all batters. 4, check it Z. What a ball.
Let's have a look at that. Flighted delivery goes across the line of the ball, trying to hit that ball out of Gahanga, but completely misses that ball and into the line of the stumps. It's a very teasing sort of delivery. Gets most of the batters out here, especially the ones that go across the line. Cross-batted shot. We've got Ishimwe Henriette, the skipper, coming back in. 102 matches, 94 innings, 1,657 runs to her name. Highest, a staggering 120 in a T20 game. Remarkable figures here. Can captain come in and bring some acceleration to this innings and pile on some valuable runs?
Very well bowled. Good start from Ishimwe. We have seen the first ball to the batters was somehow harm, but she manages it well. Let's see if she's going. Keep doing that. Another good bowling there by Omutaniwase. Shimwe Zurfat bowling very well to the captain who comes on 6. We might know her come into number 3, but today she's another good bowling there. Good end. Good finishing over of Zulfat.
"12 overs completed here. 40 on board, 4 wickets down. 8 more overs remaining here, and Ishimwe Henriette, the captain, the big hitter, the savior, as they know her for Team Indatwa, has walked out to the center. How can she perform? And how will she go about her business from here on? Will be the interesting bit to watch. And also understanding the sort of partnership build up between all the remaining batters that she'll find out there in the middle. Ngabire on 14 of 30 deliveries, less than 50 strike rate. Criminal when it comes to limited format of the game. Ishimwe on strike now. And I believe she should be the one keeping majority of the strike if she's to give any chance to her side to get to triple digits, which is far, far from here. Oh, and the ball is turning. Lovely, lovely spin there by Cynthia. There's some bite being offered by the pitch. It's gripping onto the ball. And just the right areas, if you pitch the ball, it can be quite tricky for the right-handers as it cuts into you. Have a look at that. Once again, that seam coming across it just nips back into the right-hander. Can be extremely tricky to play. If you get aggressive, only 2 ways to play that delivery, according to the coaching manuals. Either you wait back for the ball, or you use your feet and go ahead and not allow it to turn as much from the pitch itself. 6 deliveries Ishimwe Henriette has played. 7 to get off the mark. A shimmy and plays it onto the leg side for just a single. End of the 13th over, 43 on board for the loss of 4 wickets. Ishimwe Henriette still out there in the middle alongside Ngabire. Cynthia done with 3 overs, 7 runs she's given away, yet to pick up a wicket. And we've got Zurufat back into the attack. Astonishing figures for her. Only 3 runs, 4 runs, and 1 wicket to her name, and she's into her 3rd over. Exceptional bowling figures in this final game. Tries to use her feet this time, Ishimwe, but not reading the length well. Manages to just keep it down on the ground. Zurufat here asking big questions, and the sort of angle she creates from that sort of that side of the pitch coming across, it's never easy. There's always one of those deliveries that takes a bite off the surface and can be really mischievous coming in.
Zaid, let me ask you just one question. What can you do here if you are in that Hampshire's coach? You have Ishime there and Sifa, and we normally know Ishime can take the ball out of the ground. What message can you send? But now she's on 2 in 9 deliveries. What can you tell her at this moment?
At this moment, I would tell her to play fearless cricket and be as aggressive as naturally she is. Not think about the condition too much, but just play with a free spirit. You've got nothing to lose. I would ask her to play in this fashion. Look at that ball. It's not going anywhere near to the boundary. And it is a free hit. Ishimwe taking charge upon that. And now she's been provided that free hit. What does she make out of it? So coming back to your question, of course, playing your natural game regardless of the current situation. You've got to bring out the best out of you. And only you can bring the best out of you. No coach, no manual, no practice. It's just the individual himself. Within the heat of the moment, what you choose to do. Have a look at that. Yeah, lovely effort there in the deep. I'll see that on the replay. The effort was put in there. It was prone to injury, but somehow she managed. Good to see that. Zurufoth giving away an extra.
There was a shot. She come. Oh, now that was a good awareness also she get on that ball. What a kind of shot that I'll play there. Ngabile Sifa not managing to play that ball, and that was the one. If she managed to stay and pray that will be maybe one line or another line created, but because of moving, not find herself playing that ball in Leo way.
14 overs done here, 51 on board for the loss of 4 wickets. You've probably heard of the sweep shot. To me, that is something known as a broom shot. The bat was too heavy, seems too heavy in her hand. She cannot swing across it. Only manages to block and defend the ball, not to allow the ball to hit her wickets, but extremely casual that was. Look at the turn once again here by Cynthia into her final over of her quota. And she's making it really challenging for Ishimwe. Henriette here was on 5 of 11 deliveries. Six of 12 deliveries now. Ingabire Sifa out there on 17 of 32.
Now the singles start coming in because overs are moving, and they also want to get a high score that can put in their package, because this also Ganga Queens, we normally know them. If they praise well, they can get you and they can kill you, but if the days allow them. But now Cynthia bowling her sad delivery.
And also the other thing is, Rosine, I don't think Gahanga Queens are going to experiment as much as in Datwa Hampshire when it comes to chasing this total down. They will stick to their bread and butter, their normal lineup. And if their skipper tends to fire today, this game can go down in no time, in a jiffy, as some of my co-commentators like to call it. In the air, lands safely. Very casually hit. You can see from the style of shots she's playing at the moment, that bat seems like a 3-pounder. Extremely heavy.
Very good bowling from Cynthia. Very aggressive to Ishimwe Henriette. Not even know where the ball is. Just trying to use her bat, but not getting much with it. Very good bowling, Cynthia.
Use of the feet. Plays it on the ground straight to the bowler. Rosine, you asked me as a coach of Indatwa what I would be doing and what I would be thinking at this particular point in the game. But reality is, this is what Eric Hirwa Dusabemungu chose. And this is exactly where his team is, depending on his gambles out there. A direct hit would have been exciting here. Just misses that ever so closely. 55 on board after 15 overs here. We're into the 16th over. Current run rate 3.69. The tempo needs to be raised. Shimwe Henriette. Can she fire? Oh yes, she can. Down the ground. One bounce. Singles won't help us much. The boundaries need to be fetched. We've got Leonard here in the commentary box, but as a coach, I would like to tell you, coaches cannot play the game for you out there in the middle. You asked me what I would do as a coach, and a catch has been taken. Ingabi receiver, her despair comes to an end. 20 of 38 deliveries, of 37 deliveries. Strike rate of 54. A person who has held back the side. 5th wicket down for 57. Very unlikely.
She's away of the ball. The ball is here. She's just moving. Then she's trying to go.
It is very unlikely of a team leading the table. For most of our viewers online, they would be quite surprised to see this is the team taking that big shiny silver trophy.
Some lovely bowling there that we've seen so far from Gahanga Queens here, Rosine. I'm telling you, with the way these guys have gone about their bowling. Remember the other time I spoke about this Marie Joseph Tumkunde, 34, 20, 163 runs. 35 is the highest, an average of 9.59. Not yet to reach as a 50. Remember I spoke about bowling 14 overs and making sure that they are less 50 runs. Now it's 15 over into the 16th over. They're on 57 for the loss of 5 wickets. So this is now more pressure being applied now back to Ganga to Indatwa Hamshi. In as much as Ishimwe can hit the ball cleanly, but with those 5 wickets now and how these guys are bowling and how this wicket is turning, it's not going to be easy. Look at that shot there from Marie Joseph Tumkunde again. So these are signs now that the pressure is on. In as much as they try to play around with their betting lineup, I said it earlier on, it doesn't matter which number you come in. As long as you've lost wicket, you're going to be under pressure. And this is what we are seeing now.
And that is also the good moment to bowl in when you are a bowler, because you know the batters already, they got scared of striking the ball. But also, one of the batter, if she managed to play a fearless cricket and careless one, he can get the game into the hands. But who is going to do it among Ishimwe and Sophie?
Good bowling there. Every time we have seen Zurufat coming around the wicket again, she's creating something with that angle. And it's making it hard for Ishimwe and Riet to come up. The end of over, number 16. 58 for the loss of 5. Rosin, we have got a game in hand here. It's all going to go back to the last 4 overs. Now, how are these two batters? Ishimwe, we know she's capable enough of clearing the boundary. Tumkunde Joseph, again, she's also capable enough of clearing the boundary. But with the quality of bowling that we've seen displayed by Gahanga Queens here, I'm telling you, look at this statistics here. Match boundaries, only 1-4 that has been scored here today. No 6 whatsoever to talk about so far in this innings. So it's going to be interesting again to see when it goes to the chase how Gahanga Queens is going to go about it. That boundary that is coming in, also the signs of the conditions again, how wet and slow the outfield is. So running in between the wickets is going to be crucial in this game. Again, there is change of bowling from the pavilion end. They've brought in again Murekatete Belis to bowl in now with Ishimwe on strike. Pace on the ball now. That is what Ishimwe always likes. So how is she going to go about a betting now? How many guys do they drop on the floor? There is a deep extra cover. There is a third man. There is a fine leg on the boundary. And it's Tumkunde betting. So there is a cow corner. There is a fine leg. There is a third man. Those are the 3 guys on the boundary. And the rest of the guys are inside, still employing that attacking tactic Merve Uwase.
What a ball there. What if she connect with that ball? Leonard, where was that ball is going to go?
Yeah, normally there is someone at deep mid wicket here. With look of that, she was looking to play it there. But if she had gone, if she looks in front of her there, Rosin, no one is outside the circle. If she had just gone through with the shot on that line, she was going to access the offside for 4 or for 6. Now, so that is something that Tumkunde should put in your mind now, trying to access that offside. You see now, she's always looking to go cow when in front of her there are no people. And where Belis is bowling, she's bowling outside around the 4th and 5th stump. If she just manages to play through with the shot in front of those fielders in the covers, she will get that boundary that she's looking for. 2 dots delivered so far to start off with from Murekatete Belis.
And that is very productive to Belis, because that is the good line to bowl for lefties, because we know there is no consistency to them to play on the offside. Maybe she can play one shot, another shot. She can try to go there. Another misconnection there by Sophie. I beg your pardon, by Tumkunde. Not knowing where the ball is, just looking for the cow corner, but the good place to play that ball is on the offside, either above the covers or above the bowler. That is the better place to her and easy one to play that ball.
Yeah, well said there, Rosin. If you look at the mid-off is inside, the cover is inside. If he just plays open the face of the blade in that region, she will definitely do. Poor again from Merve Uwase here, not supporting the bowlers here. Yeah, that was a bit of some slow delivery there from Belis Murekatete. Again, mixing up the pace. Again, this is what you want from your senior bowlers. They're thinking. And this is what she had shown now. Shimwe Henriette comes into strike. It's going to be interesting to see how the field is going to be like here. Is she going to drop a long off a cow? She's not going to do that. And this is where you don't want to be offering boundaries here, Rosine. You've got 2 deliveries left in this over. You've managed to defend yourself here. So you need to make sure that you close off the over by putting fielders in the right positions. So she's got only 3-4 guys now. With the mid-off not straight on the boundary, she's just in between. Yoka length, driven hard on the ground, run out chance there. So again, the poor throwing from Ishimwe. Zurufat in the covers. But at this point of time, I'm telling you, Rosine, it doesn't hurt if you are a Gahanga Queens fielder here to be conceding these singles here. So far, this is a good over that we've seen. Only a single ball left, and they've only managed to get 2 runs at the end of the game. That is a very, very good over here. So you don't need to get worried. Yes, you would have loved to have taken a wicket there, but at this point of time, it's all about containing runs, all about trying to save as much runs as you can, so that when you come into chase, you don't have much to chase on.
Good bowling again, Leia. There is a consistency there for Belize. Very nice to see light bowler bowling to the lefty, not changing the side, but keep bowling very well in the same line. Very nice to see. Maybe there is a movement also because we have seen Belize doing it earlier on. And that is the end of 17 over done here. 5 wicket done. Only 60 runs on the board. Tumkunde, 1 of 7 deliveries. Henriette, 9 of 18 deliveries. Wala structure. What a looking good one to Gahanga Queens. Now brings in again Giovannis. We have seen them taking the wicket for their first ball of the inning. Belize took the first wicket and Giovannis take the second one on her also first ball. Let's see who is going to take the second one.
Yeah, definitely it's very unusual to see Henriette Ishimwe own 9 runs of 18 balls here. Not usual, no. Again, well, I've got how many guys again on the boundary? 4 guys again. There's a sweeper down there. There's a third man. There's a long one and a cow. She goes big. If she manages to clear that, that could be in a 4. And this is good, like I said earlier on. Now, at this point of time where the game is going now, this is where you need to make sure that you get Henriette Ishimwe off strike. And this is what they've done now, bringing Marie Joseph Tumkunde on strike here again. So this is lovely to see. Lovely tactic that is being used by Gahanga Queens now. So Giovannis Uwase, someone who bowls a lot of yokers here. This is the time that she needs. But the danger now, if you miss that yoker length to someone like Tumkunde, Marie Jose, that ball will disappear.
Maybe it can disappear, but by the way she's batting, she's only looking on a cow corner, but also these bowlers, they are looking for the offside. It cannot go. Now, on the offside by this moment, taking quickest one. Very looking good shot from Sophie, but not much power, just touch on it using the pace of bowlers.
That should have been a chance there, Rosine. If she had just moved in a bit more quick and committed herself diving forward, that could have been a chance. And that could have given them a better chance as Gahanga Queens of chasing less runs there. Ishimwe trying to open her shoulders again. Goes, that's wide. Giovanni Uwase, you just need to bowl at least 2 dot balls in this over. Then you're done with that over here. Henriette Shimo, I've spoken to her during these innings when I was just passing there. I asked her, I'm like, when are you going to come in to bet? And each time that you're going to come in, as long as you have lost wicket, it's going to be hard for you to come in. If it was me, I would have come in a bit more earlier. You've got nothing to lose in this game. Bet yourself through, give yourself practice. It was big again, but run out chance. That is there. Tumkunde Marie Jose taking off so quickly. Wherever she was going there, Rosin, I don't know what she was thinking and where she was going in that particular. That ball was hit straight to the fielder. Then she just took off.
There was no call there, just accelerate, trying to take the line. But unfortunately, she found herself out. The ball straight to the fielder. But look at the throw. Slowly one, but because of Tumukunde was already gone, nowhere to turn back and go to the crease. It's just going to the dugout with shame of not knowing the time to call. What a poor fielding there by the former captain of Gahanga Queens, Clarisse Mtoniwase. Now that was the ball to catch. If she managed to land quickly, and if she fails, she could have been stopped at that. But she went away of the ball. That is not sounding well in this. And that is the time the game can go away of Gahanga Queens, though they managed it very well earlier on. But this is also the end of 18th over.
18 overs gone, 69 for 6. Into the last 12 deliveries of this first inning here. In that one, Hampshire winning the toss and opting to bet. And they are finding themselves on 69 for 6. Some very, very good disciplined bowling from Gahanga Queens here. You can look at that here. Ingabire Sifa 20 of 38, Ishimo in red 16 of 23, Rakoze Flora 9 of 22. The strike rate there of the in that one betters is something that they need to change and worry about. Zurufat 2 overs, conceding 14 runs off a 4 overs. Excellent bowling there from Zurufat Ishimo. She did a fantastic job as a spinner. Same as Cynthia Uwera again. They did a good job for their team. Young Ruth Wiman again. Good, fantastic job there for their team to make sure that they control and quieten in that Hampshire.
That's a wide offer there by Belize Mlekatete. She has been bowling very well, but this is only 10 runs in her 3 overs. That is a very good-looking structure for these bowlers. And now it's only 2 overs remain. The score now is a 70, which is going to be the final score of Indatwa Hampshire.
Devota Uwizimana is the new batter at the crease. Tries to go big there, but beaten off by pace. Lovely to see again in that Hampshire putting on youngsters in, exposing those youngsters, giving them much needed experience. This is what you'd want to see from your team again, building up from the youngsters going up and exposing them to this level of cricket. Again, another wide from Rekatete Belize, trying to go for that yorker down on the leg stump. You don't want to be bowling wide at such a moment now, Rosini. You're getting to the deep end of the inning. You've managed to control the batters very well early on. Now you're ending up the game. You're starting to dish up extra. This is something that they need to control and come up with a good plan. Just bowl simply. This not like these batters are trying to attack and doing. You've got a new batter who's at the crease, Devota again. So that's the way you just need to come and bowl straight on stumps. The forced run out there. Bowler's end, direct hit. Risky run there taken by Shimo. Why? Because she wants to get on strike. She knows that she is the set better. She's capable enough of getting those boundaries. That's why she has managed to risk that run. But it worked at this particular moment. So let's see how now Belize Murekatet is going to respond here with 4 deliveries to come. She is down on the floor being hit by the ball there on the shin. Not good signs there. Hopefully she's fine. Yeah, she's up on her feet, limping up a bit more. These at the moment that are painful. I don't know why she opted to go for a leg to stop the ball there. So like what I was explaining to you now, if you get that extra cover inside the circle, in the covers now, the length, if you bowl anything on length, on the drive, on the off stump, is going to be hit over those extra cover fielders. So what you should have done is, if you are looking to have those fielders inside, now you need to be bowling short of the length, again not allowing the batter to free their arms into the covers. But that was not the case in that Belize Murekatet ball. This is what I'm talking about. This is where you should be bowling now with that field set.
And that is amazing ball to this field set, as you said, Leonard. And this is the time to bowl it, because we have seen Ishimge trying to use her feet, going for the full length and full deliveries, taking it on above the covers and trying to see if she can manage to take on long on, because she's the one who is out and she might take a quick lands. But now Belize, she's bending her back again. Good shot up in the air. Who is underneath? Giovanni's not so to catch it. Another chance of run out. Not so ever. That is a very quick landing between these two batters, where Ishimge is taking responsibilities, risking herself just for taking her team home well today.
Yeah, that's a good run there. 2 runs. Devota doing a fantastic job supporting your captain in terms of running in between the wickets. They need to finish up on a good note, put something on the board to come here and bowl. Last delivery of this over number 19. 76 for the loss of 6. Again, goes hard on the ground. Closing off the over with a dot here. 19 overs gone here, Rosin. 76 for 6. Not much to talk about the whim there. It's been going up and up and up. Lovely betting. The only much you can talk about is when the other team is betting, where there's comparison there. But the only important thing is the wickets, the way they've been coming down. They were not losing wickets at regular intervals. At least they were managing to get a partnership going in between. Last over, last 6 balls of the first inning here. How many more runs can they add? Ishimo and Red 20 of 27 deliveries. Uize Imana, Devota on strike now. What questions is Giovanni Zuwase going to ask now here for Devota? So they've closed, they've put everyone in here so that she cannot run one. Run out chance. Missed again. Poor throwing there from Cynthia Owera at mid-wicket. Something that they should work on here. You need to make sure that you get Henriette Ishimo off strike, especially in the last over. You don't want her to be facing. She has got nothing to lose. She's a good finisher. So this is what you don't want her to be doing now.
And that is also good time to her to be there, because that is the last over and she knows what to do at this moment and she gets used of it. And that is also, they have Longon, Kaukona, and that is only 2 guys who are out. Now she got out. No one who will and mid-on.
How can you have 3 guys outside?
That is the... Good bowling there by Giovanni's good comeback. Try to bowl a shorter length there, and that was a very good line to deceive Ishimwe, trying to go in her shot, but because of good line of the bowler, not find the ball easily.
Yeah, that is the length you'd want to bowl if you don't want to get hit over. Mid-off again. Wide Merve Uwase again, not using the legs. Just look at the way she's keeping there. Just went with the legs. And that's another bounder coming in the last over. You've asked for 100. They are going in there. Seriously, the keeper is not doing a good job there behind the stumps. And that is 4 wides being given there. Seriously, you got to be backing up your bowlers. It's not the first time that you've seen here leaking runs behind with the gloves there. Yeah, you've asked for 100 here. It seems like we are heading there because of the poor backing up, poor field setting again, poor finish again, up and over. Straight to the hands of, they try to run 2 there. Run out chance, run out it is. Devota, who is a Imana, being run out there. Ishimwe forcing that 2 runs because she wants to come back on strike and do the finishing job for a team. A couple of boundaries there. It takes the score 290. So 2 deliveries left. Uwezi Mana Devota comes off. 2 runs off 3 balls. She did a good job here, making sure that she runs in between with the captain. Look at that. It was up and over again. Clarice Umtoni was it this time. She manages to throw the ball well, and Giovanni Uwase manages to do the finishing job.
That is only 2 deliveries remain for this first inning of last game over here in Luanda at Gahanga Cricket International Stadium. First over, Ishimwe Henriette with Mhaweni Mana Immaculate, who is going to take the second place among Charity and the Gahanga Queens. What an amazing moment waiting for Leonard.
Let's see the last 2 balls there. How are they going to finish here? Ishimwe Henriette has retained strike. That is what is important for Indatwa Hampshire. Giovanni Uwase now with the field set that she has employed here. What length is he going to be bowling? I just guess it's going to be short bowling. Not full because there's no protection for that particular, but it's something that is funny that I would wonder now. It's the last over. Why do you want to go for the attacking options instead of going for the defensive? It's not like these guys on 150 or 160. Short of a length, up and over again. This time by manages to find the mid-off. That is the perfect length to bowl now to Ishimwe, not to allow you to free your arms to look for that boundary now. So this is where you need to be when it's interesting again. I'm seeing the captain bringing everyone in. Yes, it's Immaculate Muhawini Mana, not known for batting, but you never know his last delivery of the innings. She can just swing the bat to the cow corner region there, you get a boundary. See, this is only going to be easy. 2 runs there. Run out chance again. Run out it is. Eight or 9 runs here on the board after 20 overs. Having won the toss and they've decided to have a bet first. Some disciplined bowling in terms of line and length from the start by... There you see again, Chinese cut as they like to call it. Tries to come back for 2. That is 8 and 9 for 8. So Gahanga Queens need 90 runs to win if they are to claim the second position here. As my fellow commentator Zaid Khan said, that we have never seen a team betting for number 2. This is what's happening. Giselle Ishimwe, first ball, duck there to his Cynthia, 1 of 2, Fit Nema Lillian, 7 of 15, Ngabi Receiver, 20 of 38, Irakoze Flora Board, Zulfat Uwase, 9 of 22, Ishimwe, the captain, 26 of 31, not out. Then the rest is 2, 2, 1 respectively. 21 extras, Zaid Khan. You minus those 21 from that 89. I'm telling you, there is the only biggest partnership that you can talk about meaningful is only 2 partnership in Gabi Sifa and Irakoze, 22 of 36, and Izimena Devota, 22 of 12 with Ishimwe and Riet. Those are the 2 big partnership that you can talk about. And in Gabi Sifa and in Riet Ishimwe, 17 of 25. Belis Mrekatete, exceptional bowling, 4 overs, 1 wicket, 16 runs. Owase Giovanni's 4 overs, 29, very expensive today. Who is a Colombe, 2 overs, 10 runs. Ruth Uimana, 2 overs, 6, very, very much good bowling and 1 wicket. Cynthia, very good bowling again, very economical, 2 runs per over, 11 runs, 4 overs. And Surfat, exceptional bowling again, 2 wickets, 14 runs off a 4 overs. But that extra column is the one that you need to get worried about. 21 extras that have been bowled by Gahanga Queens. Don't go away. Stay tuned for a couple of minutes before we come back for the run chase. 90 runs needed to win the game here for Gahanga Queens.
Respect. 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 Respect.
One, two microphone check. One, two microphone check.
Respect.
The umpires are in, the fielding team is in. Here we are about to see the last inning of this last game of the RCA T20 Women's League 2023, sponsored by Dafabet. Now the two batters are walking in there today for a change. The captain himself goes up the order now. Belis Murikatete is in the dugout now, maybe coming in at 3. Change of tactics, we've seen that today in the morning as well. We also seen it again in the first inning in Datwa Hampshire, again mixing up the things. 90 runs needed to win in 20 overs. Zaid Khan, Merve Owase, the captain now. She has been coming in at number 3 when the team is down, taking control, making sure that she sees the team off the line. Now today, this important game, she comes in at the top with Clarice Umtoni Wase. What can be the strategy?
Well, it's loud and clear. Aggression and the intent of chasing it down as soon as possible. Not trying to find themselves in any sort of trouble. However, I mentioned earlier, they will continue with their sort of strategy which has been there throughout this tournament. Merveille being the key wicket here, the captain herself. She wants to control this innings. She wants to control this run chase down to the wire and get it done with in an easier fashion for her side. You see Clarice, 25 matches, 24 innings, 316 runs to her name, highest being 45. She'll need that definitely today, being the final game, if she's to carry her side to that number 2 spot. Wasim Merveille, 49 matches, 43 innings, 629 runs to her name, highest 57. Can she play the captain's innings as we saw earlier today by Diane Bimenyimana, carrying her bat throughout the innings? And it's a right position to go in, trying to make the most out of this position. Ball number 1, here we go. Mohamed Imana starts off with an appeal. A very animated appeal there, but the umpire Gusto has no say to it. Straight and quick. Down the leg side and a wide it is. Here we go once again. Plays it onto the leg side and they manage to pick up a quick single here. You can see the intentions running hard between the wickets here. They know each and every run matters, and they've got the luxury of chasing it down in more balls than runs here. So they want to make the most out of it. 88 in 118. They don't want that gap to close in on them. So the quicker they do it, the better it is for a number 2.
It's going to be an interesting chase here, I'm telling you. I was just thinking about the bowlers that in that Hampshire possesses. Merveille Uwase tries to go big there. If you look at Mohawe Nimana, Giselle Shimwe, Henriette Shimwe, Joseph Marie Tumkunde, Sifa Ingabire, 5 quality bowlers that in that Gahanga Queens needs to make sure that they face and come up with good plans against those 5 bowlers here. So it's going to be an interesting chase, I'm telling you. Shot again. Lovely piece of shot. Then fielding in the covers was not good as expected. The captain leaking those runs. We know she can do better in that region. But with how much power that was put behind that, you wouldn't expect it to be stopped at once. But good positive intent and good start from both teams here so far. Muhawe bowling very well. Yes, she conceded a wide year. She conceded a wide year in this over. But if you look at the lines in the way she's bowling and how hard she's coming in, a wicket anytime soon is on the cards. Good shot there from Clarice Umtoniwase.
And also another thing I find quite interesting through the course of the day today, I've realized each and every side is optimizing the left-right hand combination first up to challenge the fielders, to move them from side to side, which is really nice to see. We've gotten used to that. Just guided down to third man and picks up a single. We've gotten used to that as a norm in the men's league, but now seeing it in the women's league is exceptional, and it brings a sign of relief and a sign of joy to the coaches and the management to see the development and such strategies being used. With that, we come to the end of the first over. 4 for no loss is Team Gahanga Queens. And as we come into the later half of the afternoon here at Gahanga, the pitch has become really flat at the moment. Should be coming onto the bat much better than the rest of the day. See Wase. Clarice there taking her guard. Middle stomp she's asked for. Decent over there by Muhawini Mana. But Indatwa must pick up wickets here. Especially that wicket of Wase Merveille. The crown wicket. The skipper herself. She will be the difference between either of these sides. Tumukunde now from the pavilion end. Introduction of spin early on. Starts with outside off stump, gets a bottom edge to it. Fortunate this time around is Clarice. Nothing much the keeper could have done about that. At the beginning of this season, Leonard, we saw how slow the intent was when it came to singles and doubles. Always trying to opt for boundaries or bigger shots. But as we come to the end of the year, the levels of understanding and maturity have risen significantly. You can find the girls running hard between the wickets. They understand the values of those singles and doubles when it comes to building partnerships.
Good shot there from Merve Wase, splitting mid-off and mid-on. But with these conditions here, it's not going to be easy for it. But look at that shot, lovely shot with control, use of the feet again. I said it early in the morning when the hand Bimenyimana was playing. I'm like, if you compare now the difference between batters against special against this kind of bowling. So this is the perfect example and perfect evidence that Merve was shown there. Good shot.
And the placement as well. Plays it in the air, lands safely. They're trying to run for a double and they get it comfortably. Just a slight miscommunication between the fielders there, resulting into an easy double. Wase Merveille making sure the runs keep coming so that she doesn't have to face any sort of pressure. Pops it in the air, fielder getting underneath it, and it has been dropped. Giselle Ishimwe getting a bit too excited, couldn't execute that grab. Didn't time the dive well. And also the sun coming into her face. Maybe a slight moment of misjudgment. A rare sight. She is a gun fielder. Swing and a miss. Good comeback by Tumukunde. Just teasing Clarice, making her stretch onto the front foot. Ooh, so close to the bat there. Clarice not having clarity on what shots to be played. We come to the end of the second over. 10 for no loss is Team Gahanga Queens.
There is the Gahanga Queens dugout. Shakira Nyomoza with the pads on. 6 runs came off that Marie Joseph Tumukunde with a chance in it. Let's hope that chance is not going to be a chance that they are going to, that is going to go begging. But what I'm liking here from Merve is that intent of showing that she knows that they are chasing 90 runs here. If they don't do it early enough in these 6 overs, it's not going to be hard for them at the back end of the innings when they're getting there. So it's good approach, yes, but it's just the execution that she's failing to be doing very well. As we see Muhawini Mana continues from the airport. Lovely shot again off the legs. There's a fielder on the boundary. Easy 2 there. This is what you'd want to see from your betters. Go in there so it can play your game. You don't need to change because of trying to be so careful on, especially when you know that you need 80 runs of 108 deliveries. You gotta get it done as early as you can so that when you lose 1 or 2 wickets along the way, you are already in a good position to be winning that game. So this is lovely to see from the captain of Gahanga Queens, the way she's going about her betting approach.
Well, absolutely. Lovely looking shot. What a shot that is. Will that reach to the boundary? Just a yard into the boundary ropes there. Just stops by. It's a beautiful looking shot that. Well placed. Gets valuable 2 runs out of it. Sometimes the best form of defense is attack.
Good intent there, just the timing was not there again, but you can see the intent is there. In that way, Hampshire winning the toss, opting to bet, putting in 89 in their 20 overs. Now Gahanga Queens are on 14 for no loss in 2.2 overs. Desperate appeal there from the captain in the covers in Hetishimwe. They know that this is the most important wicket to take for Gahanga Queens because she is that kind of a batter who knows how to control the innings, a smart, better, intelligent one. So they are trying by all means to make sure that they get whatever they can to make sure that she walks back to the pavilion. Shot again. Was stopped there by Ishimwe Giselle at mid-off.
And also the understanding by Wasemeve and Clarice out there in the middle to understand that their required run rate is much lower than their current run rate. And they need to keep it healthy and not stress themselves too much. 15 already as we come into the final delivery of the 3rd over. You can see current run rate 5.29, required 4.37. Need just 75 in 103 legal deliveries here. Uneven bounce there, just rising, surprising there for Clarice. Gets her on the chest. Wasn't expecting that bounce. Just a gentle bumper.
I don't know if that was gentle there, Zaidkan. That ball was quick and comes in, took off as a surprise there. And that was the plan. You can see there. End of over number 3, 15 for no loss. And what also Clarice has managed to do here is she's just making sure that she gets off strike and gives Merive more of the strike. And that is something that you'd want to be doing here is a bet again. Give the set better, the one who looks to be in control, more strike. And that is what she has managed to do here. So the more they stay here, again, the more and the easier it's going to get for them to be winning this game. We see Tumkunde and Marie Joseph to continue again to bowl a 2nd over from the pavilion end.
Dotted delivery. Seems to be under control at the moment. Powerfully hit on to the leg side. And a fumble there and a boundary it is. Fortune favoring the brave through the butterfingers of the fielder in the deep there. Gifting away yet another boundary. Have a look at that. Takes a shimmy and clubs it onto the leg side. 4 it is. Something a captain wouldn't appreciate. You wouldn't match eye to eye with your skipper after that. Takes her time and punishes it onto the leg side once again. And a good call there. A single. That's all they need. 5 runs. They've covered the runs needed for this particular over. They're left with 3 more legal deliveries. Clarice here just needs to hold her wicket and give the strike to her captain. Play the supporting role. Lovely bit of stop there by Tumukunde.
Earlier on in the first inning, Gahanga Queens bowled 21 extras, so now they're on 20. So which means they are now dealing with extras. And so imagine if they didn't bowl those 21 extras, what kind of a total are they going to chase? Look at that running between the wickets again. The smart betting from Clarice Umtoniwase there. Just getting a touch soft end, letting the ball come to her, dropping in front. This is what is. They know how important it is to win this game here. You've talked about it earlier on that you've never seen in any tournament or in any league teams battling to be runners up, and this is what is happening here. Gahanga Queens and Charity, they know that being number 2 is much important at this point of time here. Lovely comeback from Marie Joseph Tunkunde, not giving enough room to come down the track. You can see now the mix up of pace here. Sid Merverim walking down the track. Now she's taking the flight off, firing it up. End of over number 4 here, 21 for no loss.
Well, that is due to the richness of entertainment.
Look at Remy here. There is the Indatwa chairman giving instructions. He's sitting with Diane Bimenyimana, the charity captain, discussing about the game. Those are not happy faces there from Remy Singizwa, because he is in that way. He wants his team to finish on a good note. So the way they've been going about their bowling now is not pleasing. Now the captain has brought herself into the attack now. Tumkunde Marie Jose going for 12 in the 2 overs. First ball shot, but could not be managed to put it in the gap there. Umtoniwase Clarice, she feels like she has missed that.
Placement has really been a space of concern for Clarice. 11 balls she's played. She's on 4 deliveries. She's on 4 of 11 deliveries here. She's got the power, but placement is where she's been struggling. All she needs to do right now is not get the pressure onto herself and just rotate the strike. Lovely looking shot that onto the leg side.
Look at that shot there again, once again. Look, dropped shot. Look at the split of the legs there. And you were talking about the placement. Now look at the placement. The field has been a bit wider there. Look, this is what you want to see when you're chasing a total.
Exactly. She's got the power. If we can see more of that, it would be great. With that power, she can clear the boundaries with ease as long as she places them right. And again, they've got the runs required of the over with that boundary. So not much of a pressure coming onto them, if any.
Yeah, but what I can say is the role that Clarice is playing here is the most important role that she's playing, holding up the other end. Again, look at that outside edge, intentional, knowing where the gap is, but there's a fielder there on the deep. But what they need is to keep on rotating strike in this particular fashion, and this is what she has managed to do. So she has done a fantastic job for her team now. You don't need to worry about getting to the total. Whatever time you get there, it's very fine, because there's no pressure whatsoever that Gahanga Queens is in here. They just need to keep on going, because if you lose a wicket here going forward, you never know, wickets start falling in clusters. So they don't want to lose a wicket, especially when they are in control like this. A single ball left in this over now. The captain is on strike. What can she do? Slow delivery there from Ishimo, and Riet goes for the cut. Sloppy fielding there, 8 point by Cynthia Tuizere, allows them to rotate, and it's not happy faces there from the captain. Look at it. Again, that fielder could have done a bit more better to stop that single. End of over number 5. The score is on 27 for no loss. Zaid Khan here, if you are in Eric Hirwa's shoes now, as in that was coach, what can be the message? Because you've seen the 12th going in there. So what do you think is the message that has been spread into this, in that were fielders and bowlers?
Well, the message should be clear, and that is bowl into the line of the stumps, gather the fielders around, and not allow the batters to open up their arms easily. Let them go for the defensive approach. At the moment, the wider you bowl to the batters of Gahanga Queens, the more they tend to assault you, the more aggressive they get with any sort of width on offer. You can bring in the spinners and keep it as tight as possible. And the fielding needs to be top-notch if you to apply any sort of pressure onto the batters, which hasn't been the case so far. 5 overs down. There you go. Mugwaneza, the new bowler coming from the Pavilion N. The spinner started off very wide of off stump, and that's something these batters have gotten used to. Nothing has been channeled through the line of the wickets. It's always been away from the body, making it very easy to approach those deliveries. That is the sort of delivery you need to apply. Keep it tight. Don't give them too much room. And the fielders need to be aggressive as well. They need to be on their toes here. Lovely bit of support there by the fielder. Onto it in a flash.
Good shot there, but she manages to pick the field at mid-off. Young Grace Mgoneza applying some pressure here. 2 dot balls so far in this over. And this good running there. Lovely touch and go. This is what you need, and this is what Clarice has done well so far.
Flighted. Good approach there by Wasemave, using her legs well to get to the pitch of the ball, not allowing the ball to pitch at all.
Yeah, we have seen some 10 there when Uwera Cindy was bowling. There was some sharp 10. Zurfat was again Ruth Wimana turning. So Merive being the keeper again during that time. So she has understood the wicket a bit more better. Now she has come up with an option here to cut off that spin.
Innovative batting, really. Adapting to the conditions. Wide there by Mugwanez. She'll have to bowl that one extra delivery. 59 in 85 balls. Should be a walk in the park from here on. They've lost no wicket. Defensively played, rocked onto the back foot and then defended.
Power play done here. 31 for no loss. Like you said, it's 59 needed here. You said it's going to be an easy walk into the park, but a wicket from here, the equation changes. Giselle Shimwe hasn't bowled yet so far. We know what kind of a bowler she is as well. And Shimwe Henriette continues to bowl a second over.
You asked the reason Wasim McVeigh walked out into the middle as the opening batter today. This is the main reason. She wanted to cut off that pressure as early as possible. She knows that small target can be hard to fetch if the right approach is not applied from the right initiative there. Pops it into the air. A catch, and a catch has been taken. The captain picks captain. Ishimwe Henriette picks Wasim McVeigh. We spoke about the initiative. I believe we spoke too soon. Wasim McVeigh has to depart for 19 of 17 with just one boundary and a strike rate of 111. She's given the foundation to her side. Can the rest of the batters do the job the skipper has left upon their shoulders? Easiest of catches there.
This is where it's going to be interesting now. I told you a wicket here, the equation changes. So a wicket here is going to be interesting now. Let's see what Giovanni's Uwase is going to be doing in 59 of 83 delivers. Very, very much easy, like you said. Now, this is now where Clarice, now who's currently on 10 runs of 19 delivers, needs to bet through and a bit more longer. They still have got Belis Murekatete sitting outside. She normally opens for a team. She has dropped again down the order there. We know how powerful she is, especially at the end of the innings. So tactics today being employed here in terms of these betting lineups. We saw in that Hampshire doing it, but it didn't work for them. So let's hope Gahanga Queens, if learned a lesson from that, it might definitely work for them. Still a long way to go here. A lot of wickets, but a wicket brings many. Matches 31 for Giovanni's 27 innings, 353 runs, 43 is the highest, and 16.05. Can get a bit more better today if she wants to put a team in a winning position. Swing and a miss there. First delivery for Ishimwe to Giovanni's Uwase. She has got a good job to do, and the simplest thing that she can do just to make sure that she rotates as much as she can. Like that there. Bowler's end is the call. Run out chance. Not even closer. This is what they just need to keep doing now going forward now. Rotate, strike as much as possible. They keep that run rate above 4 or 5 runs and over. There's still some good bowling to come here. Giselle Shimwe has got 4 overs to bowl here. So it's someone that they need to deal with. Sifa Ingabire, they haven't given a ball. Not in form with the ball, but I know the captain will try to give a 1 or 2 overs there. So there's a lot of quality bowlers to come for in that Hampshire. Again, another beautiful delivery there from Ishimwe Henriette to end a very, very much successful over 4 in that Hampshire, managing to take the wicket of the captain Merve Uwase there. 33 for the loss of 1. 7 overs gone. 57 runs off 78 balls. You don't want that gap between balls and runs to be closer to each other there. So they need to come up with another plan and a positive one here. Ganga Queens. There is Grace Umgwaneza. We saw the previous overs. Clarice Umtoni was failing to dispatch. This is the over that she needs to cash in. She has been bowling a lot of short deliveries and slow ones. She needs to make sure that she capitalizes on this over. Good running in between the wickets there again. Good running in between the wickets by the two, Clarice Umtonuwas and Giovanni Suwase. That is very, very good to see. But they need to get a couple of boundaries now going forward here. Yes, you are in control, 56 of 77. But they need to get a boundary in, especially this Grace Mugwanezas over here. Good start there from Mugwaneza Grace. Second ball off. A second over. Dot balls is what they need here. End of over number 8. 34 for the loss of 1. Ganga Queens need to start getting some runs and get them as quickly as they can here. Otherwise, this game is not going to go their way. They've been stuck in the 30s there. A couple of batters sitting out there. Shakira Nyomoza, Belisi Murekatete. You can see now the worm is starting to go down as soon as they lost that wicket. It's starting to go down.
Yes, you can see the rise of the blue worm going up there until the 6th over. And right after the power play, after that first wicket, Wasim Merve, the skipper, departed at a crucial moment in the game. Giselle Shimwe targeting Giselle Shimwe, quick and straight onto the channel of the stumps. Exactly what I was talking about earlier on. How to sustain this side is by keeping it tight. And Giselle Shimwe is doing just that. This time around, just missing her line. Goes down the leg for an extra. Just keeping it down on the ground, keeping it very quiet. Apart from that, extra being offered by Giselle, not giving room to Clarice, who's been there for 22 deliveries. She's on 12 now. She needs to get some contact. We've seen her striking the ball. Can she do more of that and get her line? Get her team over the line. 55 runs needed in 69 balls. Every dotted delivery will add more sense of pressure. Chance of a run out. And the finger has been raised. I would love to see that on replay. The dive being put in by Wase Giovannis. Being put under the bus there by Clarice, her partner. Wase Giovannis has to depart for one after having faced 9 deliveries, getting run out. See that on the replay once again. Nice and slow. Just taps it there. Yes, no was a call. From the looks of it on the screen, she looked like she was in, but the umpires have the final say. And she's got to show her back to the field for the last time this year. And that brings in Belize Murekatete, the usual opening batter for Team Gahanga Queens. Clarice now has to play a very vital role. She sold out one batter, one of her teammates there. She has to stay there till the end. Plays it down to fine leg.
Yeah, good single they taken there. But if you look at that, she didn't sail out that partner. That was poor begging up from Giovanni Zuwase. There was no run whatsoever. Hitting the ball straight into Henriette Shimwe, and you are wanting to take your arm, and you know how good a fielder is. In any given day, there was not even a single there. So it's poor running from Giovanni Zuwase. She has got only herself to blame there. But the most important thing now is Clarice needs to get that off her head. She needs to step. She has been there for 26 deliveries now. She needs to make sure that she stays there for as long as she can. Another slow delivery there from Giselle Shimwe to close over number 9. On 36 for the loss of 2 wickets. This is now going to be turning out to be an interesting game here.
And there you see the gap is closing down. Now 54 required in 66 balls. There was a difference of 30 prior to that wicket. There you can see the Manhattan graph. Most expensive over being the 28th for Team Indatwa. 13 runs coming off it. So far, the most expensive for Gahanga Queens has been just 6 in an over. They need to do much better than that if they're to sail over the line. Exactly what I was talking about, Leonard. Initially, the bowlers of Indatwa were offering width, and that's where the runs were coming from. But sharp move by the experience of Ishimwe Henriette, placing the fielders and telling her bowlers, asking her bowlers to keep it nice and tight, not to allow the likes of Clarice and Belize Murekatete to open up their arms. Every ball that goes by, it keeps getting spicier and spicier here at Gahanga. What a game we're having as a finisher of the season, of the year. In the air and dropped. The skipper herself dropping that catch. The best of the fielders we've seen today dropping. We just saw Ishimwe Giselle dropping that catch, but this one was much easier to the skipper, and she fumbled it. Dropped like a sack of potatoes. Have a look at that. Just popped in the air. Coming right at her. Didn't have to move a muscle and makes a horrible mess out of it. Final delivery of the 10th over. They pick up 2 runs comfortably. Very casually done by the fielder in the deep. We come to the halfway mark. 10 overs remain.
It's a no ball there being given by the umpire. So they have to bowl that ball again. And this is where now they need to capitalize. Just a free hit. Clarice Mtono was this way. She needs to get a boundary now.
An overstepping, no ball being given here. What could have been a perfect over ends up being a no ball. Plays it onto the ground, and a run out attempt once again. Living dangerously. It's Clarice.
Halfway through the innings, 40 runs for 2. 50 of 60 delivers. That gap between balls and runs is closing to 10. Gahanga Queens need to find quick boundaries here as early as possible. You don't want to take this game to the over number 20, especially with the wickets that they've got down there. The only wicket that's sitting outside who's capable enough of putting some runs is only Shakira Niyomoza. Then from there, no one is able enough to get the ball off the square, so they need to make sure that these two get a big partnership. Clarice has been there for 32 deliveries. He needs to step up.
And you can see significantly.
The only bad thing that Clarice is going to do here is to come out, especially in this situation. She has to be there all the way to until they cross the line. There was an appeal for a caught behind there, but umpire Gaston is not moved with that.
Significantly, you can see the required run rate rising again. Loud appeal and unmoved. I would love to see that once again on replay. The umpire felt there was some bat onto it. Gaston, the on-field umpire, not shaking hands with Giselle Ishimwe at the moment. The first appeal was down the leg. She felt she had a feather to it. Clarice Murikatete looks in no competition. Have a look at that, Leonard. Is going down the leg. So a fair call there by Gaston. But look at those 3-dot deliveries in this over already. And the finger has been raised. Gaston finally shakes hands with Giselle Ishimwe. She's Clarice Murikatete. Having faced 36 deliveries, scoring 16 runs off it, she had more than enough time to be ball watching there. But look at that wrong shot and offering that front foot in the line of the wickets without any connection. She's got to walk back to the dugout. And what seemed like a magical start is now collapsing very quickly. 40 runs, 3 wickets. Now you've got 2 fresh batters out in the middle. Shakira, the new batter in. She couldn't do much last time around. Let's wait and see if these runs, this situation are suitable for her. But regardless, she finds herself in the middle. Let's wait and see. 50 of 56 deliveries. It's getting tighter and tighter. A slower ball beats the outside edge of Shakira. The long levers not getting the reach to the pitch of the ball there. What an over this has been by Giselle. She wasn't able to do much with the bat in hand today. A sharp delivery into the line of the stumps there. Another dotted delivery. What an over this has been. A wicket maiden for Giselle Ishimwe. Squeezing this Gahanga Queen side. Letting everybody know why they are the table toppers.
Mungwane has aggressed to continue from the pavilion end into a fourth over here. She has bowled exceptionally very well, only giving away 9 runs. She hasn't taken a wicket, but she has bowled very, very well there.
Hit down the ground for just a single. And that is what these batters need to do. It's not a very high total they're chasing, but they need to play on merit and get the score ticking. The singles and doubles now will be very, very crucial. Whichever way the runs come here, this might be the over. Let's wait and see. Shakira on strike. Plays it defensively. Goes through the gloves of the keeper there. And a quick single comes in by Belize.
Twelve overs gone, 42 for the loss of 3 wickets here. Gahanga Queens need to find a bounder in between there if they want to fancy their chance of winning this game. Yeah, going at 3 runs and over, the required rate is now gone up, so they need to make sure that they step up here. 48 or 48 deliveries here, yes, still much very gettable, but they need to find a bounder somewhere else. If you look at that now, a lot of quiet overs have been offered, and the only difference that is going to be made is if you look at this 4 extras that have been offered so far in 12 overs, and if you compare Gahanga Queens the way they've gone about their bowling, they offered 21 extras. That is going to be a major difference in this game, so they have to find boundaries every over. Now we have seen it's hard to get a boundary on this ground in these conditions, so they need to do something better. Shakira Nyomoza and Belize Mrekatete. Good start there from Giselle Ishimwe, starting up with a slow delivery.
And from the statistics, you can see if they had given the same number of extras as Timindatwa, they would be chasing just 24 at the moment. Half of what is required. Jersey number 99, Giselle Ishimwe, from the airport end into the attack. Hard hands and picks the gap. The captain is chasing it. They pick up 2 runs. More of that will be needed if they're to acquire this victory. They pick up a single there. No fielder was attending that ball down onto the onside. Giselle Ishimwe has kept it significantly quiet into her 3rd over. Has given away just 5 runs. Gets the top edge. It's racing away. There is a fielder in the deep. And it will be just a single. Belize Murekatete on 1 of 4 deliveries. Takes a hit down the ground. And that will be a boundary. Beats that fielder in a flash. She had to move a couple of yards to her right. Have a look at that. Beats the bowler. Look at that. Races away. Excellent shot that by Belize. More of those will be needed. End of the 13th over here. With 49 on board.
Ingabire Sifa comes in to replace Mugwaneza Grace from the pavilion, and she bowled very, very well for a team now. Can another off spinner replacing the off spinner now. Shakira Nyomoza and Belize Mrekatete, these 2 are sisters. So what sort of a conversation in the plan are they having in there, or what conversation are they going to be having after this game, whether they lose or they win? short again. I said it earlier on that she has been dropping a lot of short balls here. That's why maybe they opted for Grace Mugwaneza. But Pelesi Murekatete could not manage to hit it all the way to the boundary the way she wanted it. But important one is a single. Again, dropped short. Still did not quite hit it where she wanted to go. Hard ends.
It was bowled down the leg. It was a wide and a fumble being made there by the keeper. And the pick up 2 runs. So that is 3 in total. Excellent running between the wickets this. Whichever way the runs come for Gahanga Queens here, they're more than welcome. As the required run rate is just a bit too tight for them. Gets a top edge. Fine leg fielder. Stops that and keeps it down to just a single. "55 runs on board. And just defensively blocked there. That is Belize. Murekatete on strike. Again. Nowhere to go. Just making it difficult for herself there. Not getting any chase out of it. Plays it onto the leg side. Fielder keeps it down to just a single.
.56 for the loss of 3 wickets. 35 runs needed. 34 runs, I beg your pardon, needed here to win this game in 36 deliveries. Still game on here, Zaidkan. Interesting finish there. The captain in Rieti Shimo has taken the ball again.
Absolutely. The game from here can swing either way. If they keep applying the same sort of pressure in the middle overs there, we saw that will still stand a chance. Have a look at that. Well left at this point by Belize Murekatete. You've got to make the most out of each and every delivery. You don't have too many left on your side. Pops it in the air. Not convincing enough there. And not clear in her mind what shot she wanted to play. And an extra coming off.
See now, if it was made there, that was going to be 4.
Have a look at that once again. Lovely bit of glove work behind. Lovely effort. Yes, the rolling had the ball. The rolling had the wicketkeeper hitting her hip on an awkward angle there. .32 in 34 balls with 7 wickets left in hand. Hunger Queens smashed onto the offside. Pass. Past the fielder there. They pick up another single. Every ball being dramatic at the moment. Due to lack of communication, another dot delivery there. No communication between Shakira and Belize Murikatete. And another one. You can see the captain, Ishimwe Henriette, keeping it extremely tight. She knows her lines. She knows these players. She knows these batters. All part of the national side, women's. They train together. They know each other's weaknesses. And at the moment, Ishimwe Henriette is just exploiting. Hit down the ground. And goes through the hands of the fielder, and a boundary it is. Gaston, the on-field umpire. Let's see that on the replay there. Was clubbed down the ground, gave it a full swing of the bat. Was in the air for a fair amount of time, and the fielder made a mess out of it. That would have been the end of Shakira. But fortune favoring the brave. She went. She was made to play that shot. Closes off the over with a boundary. 15 overs done here. 63 on board. 3 wickets down is Team Gahanga Queens. Shakira on 13 of 17. Belize Murikatete on 5 of 10. Partnership of 23 of 26 deliveries combined. Shakira contributing 13, Belize contributing 5. Tournament boundaries 185 and 13 maximums have been hit. And again, a wide there. Ngabire Sifa, jersey number 3, starts off with a wide down the leg. Much better this time around.
Some good comeback there. 2 dots ball, and this is what Indato Hampshire needs. A lot of dot balls here. Belize Murikatete need to start rotating strike every single delivery here. You can't always opt to go for bigger shots here. There are a lot of gaps here. They've got a long off, a long on, a deep square, opening up the gaps. So if he just punches the ball down in that region, I'm telling you, it's going to be easy for her.
Yes, definitely. She just needs to go past the bowler. This time clubs it onto the leg side. There is a fielder, and they will settle for just a single. So after having faced 3 dot deliveries, you contribute with a single, not convincing. This is where you should step up. You've played more than enough deliveries. 14 deliveries she's played. She's yet to get to double digits here. Shakira, on the other hand, on 13 of 18 deliveries. A very, very nice over indeed. This by Ingabire Sifa. And it's going down to the wire here. 16 overs done. 55 runs on board. "25 runs needed in 24 balls. Which way does it go?" You can see the dugout tense. So is the Indatwa dugout. Just watching keenly. Eric Hirwa, the coach, the former national team skipper, quite a bit of understanding of this game itself. So worked very closely with plenty of individuals in the process to grow the game here in Rwanda. Swing and a miss for Belize Morikatete, making it ever so difficult for herself and her side. Mohamini Mana into her third over here. Starts off with a dot. Swing and a miss yet again. Panic mode. Switched on for Team Gahanga Queens. This time hits it on the offside and rotates the strike. She just wants to get off the strike there. Belize Morikatete not looking comfortable. And now they're into deficit. 21 balls, 24 runs. How quickly can the tables turn in the game of cricket? Swing and a miss there by Shakira. No contact. Getting no contact on it. Lots of power behind that swing, but been 7 boundaries in this match so far. No maximums. Shakira, the way she's swinging, we might just witness one of the maximums. But she's feeling tense out there in the middle. She's on 14 of 21, and her partner is feeling even more tense. Belize Morikatete on 7 of 17. Swing and a miss.
There you go on your screen. This is what they are fighting for. The first one has been taken already, regardless of the results of this game. It's the second one that matters most. 23 runs of 18 deliveries here. This is what Gahanga Queens need. With Belize Morikatete on 7 of 18 deliveries, not usual of Belize here, I'm telling you. Shakira Niomoza, 14 of 21. The strike rate again is something that is letting these two batters down. You don't want to let this game go to the last over needing more runs. This is the over that they need to target here. Get at least 10 or 12 in this overs that can. Then the next 2 overs coming in after this one, it can be easy.
Definitely. If you don't do that, it will be extremely difficult for Gahanga Queens. Moving on. Gets a thick outside edge. Traces away to... A chance goes down. Giselle Ishimwe not happy with that. The keeper fumbles that. It was a catch.
Again, Flora spilling that one off, and Mrekatete Belis swinging wildly, being given another life. There she goes down the track, trying to push there, but only managing to find Mhaweni Manet long on. They need a boundary in this over. 2 or 3 boundaries will change the equation of this game. 22 of 15 deliveries here. They need to get better than this. Giselle Ishimwe being bowling a 4th over, 2 delivers left. She's taken 1 wicket of Clarice Umtoniwase now.
From the looks of it, Giselle Ishimwe will not make it a walk in a park to get to those boundaries, even 2 of them. Have a look at that. Swinging hard, but no sense of direction behind that. Just chops it onto her body. Nowhere to go. Another dot delivery. Exceptional bowling this by Giselle Ishimwe. She's given away just 2 runs off this over so far into the final delivery. And it's all tumbling for Gahanga Queens. Another thick outside edge. Pick up just a single. You can see the frustration by Shakira. End of the 18th over here. 69 on board. 70 runs on board for the loss of 3. 12 balls, 20 runs needed. Target hitting must be coming into practice now. Let's wait and see. Have a look at that graph. There's been rises, there's been dips into that warm. There was a rise earlier on. They're still ahead. Let's wait and see.
Runs needed in 12 deliveries. There's some brilliant bowling. It was 25 of 25, but look now, it's 20 of 12. Fantastic bowling there from Indatwa Hamshe.
This is where you get to realize the importance of saving extras. If you hadn't given away those extras, this game was done by now. 20 runs needed of 11 deliveries. Hits one down and picks up just a single. And a run out. The bat has been thrown in frustration. The finger has been raised. The fourth wicket goes down. She had all the reason. Fuming is Shakira. On 17 of 26 deliveries. Have a look at that mix-up. Not quite sure what was running through the mind of Belize Murekatete there. The throw was coming in. And have a look at that. Throws her bat in frustration there. In attempt to reach the popping crease. But an easy run out. Diane Umuhoza walks into the middle and knocks the leg stump over. 2 in 2 for Muhawini Mana. What an over this has been. Was this the final nail in the coffin? 7 deliveries left. Belize Murekatete, 23 deliveries. Not even getting to double digits. Have a look at that. Comes into her and knocks her leg stump over. 2 in 2. Do we have a hat-trick here? $18 needed in 7 legal deliveries here. Can someone pull off a Brathwaite? Can someone pull off a miracle? Waisaba facing Muhawini Mana and bowls it down the leg, and a wide has been signalled by Gusto. I can understand she was trying to bowl into the line of the stumps there, trying to target the pads, but ever so slightly happens to miss her line and gives away an extra. But they wouldn't mind that. 17 now of 7. Hits it straight to the fielder. Nowhere to go. A dotted delivery it is. End of the 19th over here as we come into the final over of the game. 17 needed off 6 legal deliveries. Can see the sense of worry on the faces of the Gahanga Queens dugout. They know they failed to reach that feat. The proclaimed second position on the table will not be possible. Delivery. And another one. Swing and a miss. And the finger has been raised. Ishimwe picks up her second wicket. Slight edge. The deviation caught there by the wicketkeeper, Flora. Diane Umohoza has to depart for a duck of 3 deliveries. Not much she can do about that. She knows the game is done now. Done and dusted it is. 17 needed off 2 deliveries in a game of cricket. It's not possible from here on, realistically speaking. And in Datwa, Hampshire, letting everybody know why they are the top side in this competition. Yes, despite scoring just 89 runs today, they successfully defended that. Exceptional feat that. What a way to fight back into the competition. Zurufath finds Waisaba in the middle. With that, we come to the end of the game. Indatwa, Hampshire winning this game comfortably. Final score 76 for 6, with just 11 extras being offered. Indatwa, Hampshire winning by 13 runs. Clarice Morikatete 16 of 37 deliveries. Wasemeve, the skipper, 19 of 18. Wase Giovanni's 1 of 9. Belize Morikatete, 9 of 24. Shakira, 17 of 26. And Diane Umohoza, 0 of 4. Waisaba Clementine, not out, 2 of 2. And Zurufath, 1 of 1. And there we have the bowling card. Most exceptional being Muhawi Nimana Immaculate. 4 overs, 14 dots, 14 runs, 1 wicket to her name. Economy of 3.5. To Mukunde Josepha. 2 overs, 5 dots, 12 runs. Economy of 6. The most expensive of the lot, I must say. But what a role has Giselle Ishimwe played. 4 overs, 16 dots, 13 runs and 1 wicket. Economy of 3.25. With that, we come to the end of RCA Duffabet T20 Women's League. There is the match summary. Exceptional knock that by the skipper Ishimwe Henry at 26 of 31. And only fight back was Wasemeve, the skipper, 19 of 18. In that Hampshire club won by 13 runs here. Do stay tuned. We will be joining you shortly for the post-match presentations and the closing ceremony of RCA T20 Women's League 2023. This is Zaid Khan signing out with Leonard Namburo.
Respect. Respect.